Hello everyone, my name is Ojiri. I'm a moderator for this session. Today we are going to talk about the initiatives for data management in Z Holdings companies. We have invited the key persons in data management of each company, and I will lead the panel discussion. Data is said to be the new oil in the modern world. However, having just the data doesn't mean you can extract value out of them. You have to have a good data management system. So I would want to ask specifically what type of data management they operate in each company. We have invited wonderful guests. First of all, from the Z Holding Corporation, GCDO Office Senior Manager, Mr. Masanori Sano. From Yahoo Japan Corporation, CDO Office Senior Manager, Ms. Eri Sakaue. From LINE Corporation, Data Engineering Center, Data Management Department Senior Manager, Mr. Kimio Katsuyama. So first of all, I would like you to introduce yourself, and after that, I will be asking you questions to learn about how you are operating your data management system. Then, Mr. Sano, please start from you. Thank you very much for your introduction. My name is Sano. Together with Group CDO, I am serving as a Senior Manager of GCDO. Thank you very much. Thank you. Then, Ms. Sakaue, please. Okay, I am from Yahoo Japan Corporation, CDO Senior Manager. My name is Sakaue. Very much looking forward to having discussion with you. Thank you. Then lastly, Mr. Katsuyama, please. Thank you. From LINE Corporation, Data Engineering Center, I'm a Data Management Department Senior Manager, Katsuyama. Very nice to meet you. And I'm the moderator for this panel discussion. My name is Ojiri. In charge of the data utilization in LINE Group, and my mission is to democratize data. Very nice to meet you. All right, thank you very much for your self-introduction. Let's begin from the first question. What do you pay attention to in order to improve employees' data literacy? That is the topic of this session. So when you say data literacy, it means that how you enhance the level of knowledge among the employees to actively use data. So Katsuyama-san, please. Okay. So before I answer the question, I'd like to talk about what the data management is. So please show my slide. When you say data management in general term, you usually have to think of special frameworks for the data management. But I would like to talk about the role and the responsibility of data management. I think they're divided into 4 different parts. The first one is about the strategy, which shows the direction or the vision or the use of data. The second is offense, which is by utilizing data, employees can improve sales or service quality. And reversely, there is a defense, such as rules to use data or list of things that you have to be careful when you use data. And then the fourth one is a system, the overall system to make sure that everyone can use it fully. Next one, please. Okay, so for these 4 different perspectives, as for the data literacy, we use the maturity level, 0, 1, 2, 3. And for each level, we provide a training system. So first one, the strategy that is defined as S category, and this is for above executive director level. So this is a program for people who have to strategically communicate, and we call this program Data Strategy Summit. The summit is held once in 2 months. In the area of offense, if you look at the level 1, 2, 3, there is A category, which is a data utilization session. This is to use the data in each business unit and have to share the data with others. That is the main topic of the trainings. The next one is defense, which is B category, data open orientation. We created the data open guidance, which contains rules that the employee must adhere to when they use data, and we also provide a training for this. As for system, the IU is the information universe, and that is the analysis environment. C category. And we have IU bootcamp so that we can train the people how to use the system or some of the benefits that you can gain from using this. The last one is about the level 0, that is D category, which is the training for the new graduates or the people who recently joined the company. We provide a training so that they will learn about the data they use in a company. So there are 5 different categories and providing trainings according to the level of knowledge so that we can enhance the data literacy among our employees. Thank you very much, Mr. Katsuyama. Strategy, offense, defense, system. You have these 4 categories to enhance the level of knowledge. Okay, going back to the original question, what are you careful of to enhance the data literacy? Ms. Sakaue, what do you do in Yahoo? Okay, in case of Yahoo, to promote fair data sharing, we have to have both offense and then defense, and also have to have a good system. So as a rule, we have data regulations. Under the regulation, we have guidelines and then manuals. And we have promotion organization in each department. And there are data directors. The data directors working with CDO and enhance the governance of the data use. And also among the data directors, they share information in the meeting. So they can synchronize what they learn or what they know. So all employees, we have e-learning program. Especially for defense, we have the internal rules, and also the mandatory to learn minimum knowledge about data usage and management. So it is mandatory for all the employees. We also have usage of AI, statistics, and analysis. So we are increasing the content so that when people want to learn about them, they can use them. Thank you. Okay, at Yahoo, you are managing data quite well. Okay, what about the group side? Mr. Sano, please. So we have heard about the data management method in 2 companies. They're doing wonderfully. I'm impressed. The Z Holdings is not the business company itself, so that rather than the data literacy of the Z Holdings employee, we are working on to group companies' employees to enhance their knowledge. Each company has their own data management method, so that it is our mission to make them share their experience and their knowledge among themselves. It is still a try and error phase, but as a test project between LINE and Yahoo, we started holding meetup meetings. So the leaders and the people who are promoting data management in the field are getting together and sharing their cases so they can learn from each other. What we do at LINE and what we do in LINE, So sometimes they discover common areas, sometimes they can find some differences, so they can supplement each other, and hope to have these types of meetup events more in the future. When you think of literacy, the literacy can be enhanced by each individual, but you really have to apply that knowledge in the day-to-day business. You have to have good active learnings so that you have to have a good environment. I think that we are working on those points in Z Holdings. Mr. Sano, thank you very much. Well, I also participate in this meetup event. As Mr. Sano said, first we have to really understand about each other's situation. So I think it is very important. Thank you. Now, moving on to the next theme. Next question is, what are you doing to provide information about the location of data to employees who want to use the data? Okay, so location of the data means data catalog. So are you working on to improve the usability of the search and functions? So Ms. Sakaue, please. Okay, at Yahoo, we are organizing all the data in data catalog so that employees can easily find the information. At this moment, there are about 700,000 data, and it is increasing day by day so that we collect them with a relation, and also the person in charge also collecting them manually. So there are many ways to search data, such as name of services, keywords, or even abstract categories, such as I want to learn about the shopping behavior, or looking for shopping behavior data, that type of things. So outlines of data column, what kind of column, and sample query or usage policies are all there. So when people search certain information and want to learn more in detail, then the data catalog also has their contact so that they can ask the person who created the data. So it is very difficult to find the most appropriate data out of this because there is so much information. So in the future, I hope to add some usage condition or some use cases, and hope to add more information from the group data companies. And we really want to supplement these areas. Thank you very much. 700,000 data, it is tremendous. I think it is difficult to find the right data. Okay, then Mr. Sano, go ahead. From the perspective of the Z Holdings, the same as Ms. Sakaue-san mentions, at the end, we also want to add group companies' data. And that's what we are aiming to do. I think Mr. Katsuyama will talk about this later, but both LINE and Yahoo have their own data catalog approaches. So we have to really understand the information of counterpart and improve the visibility of data of each group. By doing so, we hope that we can give some hints for people who want to really search for the information, what kind of process or rules they have to adhere, or what they can create out of these data in the future activities. So first, we make sure that's where you can find data, what type of data is available, and we want to elevate abstraction level to help them collaborate each other among a group. At the same time, the condition of data usage are different in each company. So if I say, just give me your metadata, then I don't think it works quite well. And some people say they are shown 700,000 data from Yahoo, they don't know how to use it. So that's why at the Z Holdings, we have to organize information and propose that this company and then that company may be able to collaborate at this moment. So we hope to help like that kind of things and hope to produce synergy. Okay, so I understand the data catalog is very important to produce synergy among companies. Then Mr. Katsuyama, please. Yes, I already looked at the Yahoo data catalog. It was beautiful screen and easy to search. When you put the keyword, it retrieves appropriate information. It's very interesting. So I really want to introduce a similar mechanism. Even at LINE, we are creating the data catalog, but right now it is like engineer-oriented type of data catalog, like a name of table or description of the table in a system. So you can see them, and then we call it system metadata. And what I'm thinking right now is that the business unit people can also understand the meaning of the table and the data. So I want to put the perspective from the business person, so want to increase the business metadata in the future. Right now, only we can see the data at this moment. So when people want to use certain data, we have to consider securities and the legal matters and so certain information that we have to conclude a contract first to share the information. And for ordinary information, we can let them get access to without any restriction. So we hope that this is going to be a new system. But first, as a trial, right now we are looking at the information in the data management department, and we have to approve the people to get access to this data. So we really want to provide the information as much as possible to the employees and make sure that they are able to see it or they are not authorized to look at it. So that's what we are doing right now. Thank you. Okay, so by making the good data catalog, you can really facilitate the people to make use of data. Okay, then moving on to the next thing. The keyword like DX is becoming popular, but do you have any ideas on how to utilize AI? That is a question.
Our common goal is to become AI tech company leading world from Japan and Asia. So I want to ask Mr. Katsuyama, what kind of use case and then ideas you have? Yes. AI use case at LINE, there are two types. We develop a business for other companies and the municipal governments. And so we're providing the solution to them. This is how we enhance AI technology. So to be more specific, image recognition or speech recognition would be used to help their businesses. So this is our approach. So as an use case, when I came to the office today, I found two surprises. The first one is our gate. Usually we come into our building by showing our ID badge to the sensor, but I found a kind of tablet there. And I thought, what is this? And it says face recognition is possible. So I came into this building by face recognition. Then at lunchtime, I went to cafe, and it says you can do the settlement by face recognition. So I thought, oh, here as well. So when you buy lunch at cafe, you can use your face to make payment. So that was surprising. So every day at your home, you can use a speech recognition technology called Clover. And when you ask, how is the weather today? It replies, today it's fine. And rain probability is 10%, like that. And what kind of music I want to listen today? I ask it. And it gives you some fuzzy responses. And in the background, it is connected to LINE music. So it plays the music. Well, maybe I heard this yesterday, I think. So speech recognition technology like that is used. And we provide these solutions to enterprises and other organizations. That's one thing. And another thing is about data and machine learning. In LINE services, to make it more user-friendly, for example, news. Yeah, in the news case, this person always watch a baseball game or soccer games news. For those sports fans, it provides sports news every day. So suddenly, from talk screen, today's match result will be given to you. This is called the smart channel. You see the sports news. If you like entertainment news, it will give you those news. So this is generally called as a recommendation based on users' hobbies and taste. It provides required information. So we have this use case. Thank you. Recently, we can also do some paperwork and procedures by using LINE, and it is very convenient, I think. So, Ms. Sakaue, what about AI usage in Yahoo? Yes, at Yahoo, AI is used for various services and features, such as targeting, recommend, detect the illegal use, business efficiency, very widely used. In order to promote the usage, we need to have good environment for data usage and the good data. For environment, company-wide platform for recommend or search provide user-friendly services. And based on the data analysis, we have a company-wide solution by connecting PR, advertisement, by the tool sets. As a company-wide solution, as for the data, we have analyzed the data. User list already processed by data scientist, and together with the non-scientist, we are trying to make it more simple and easy for users. We also started a new approach, which is a data award. We give the award for good data usage. And there are many applicants from various teams and sections of our company. So we want to have more of these kind of representation opportunities so that the information can spread horizontally. Well, data award, that's very interesting. May I ask more specifically? Oh, yes. The idea is to extend the base of data usage. So we include a back office team, which does not have front services. We introduce like their business is improved. It contributed to the revenue and the business efficiency was achieved. So we ask people to report those cases, and we give the awards to them. So we have many applicants from various teams. So, of course, we have AI, data science, but data usage is not just for them, not just for the science. In any team, they can obtain additional values if they use data smartly, and it's very impressive And we are reading those applicants' report and examining it. Thank you. LINE is also promoting the data usage, so that is a very good example. Thank you. And finally, Mr. Sano. Yes, as a Z Holdings company, we are about to try those ideas and use cases from now on. So Z Holdings is an AI tech company and provide many solutions from Asia. And that is our mission and the management goal. As for AI utilization, there are very good examples as shown by LINE and Yahoo. Very good examples. And the thing is, how can we achieve synergy and aggregation effect as a group? So it is said that the people, data, and machines are important resources for management. So people's talent, good human resources, and how should we aggregate them? How can we have a good collaboration covering from loose, casual things to advanced AI? We need to have good connection to do the good collaboration. So we want to challenge those. As for machines, like a processing performance, each of us has a huge processing infrastructure, and sometimes there might be duplicated development. Of course, individual optimization is done. By some means, it will be good if we can have synergy effect there. As for data, we know there is a problem. Both companies have a large amount of data, I think. So user data, things data, master data, when they are not connected, you cannot utilize the volume of data. So we can connect the user data after getting approval from users using their ID, going through the agreement process, and how are they using Yahoo and how are they using LINE. Once you find that out, you can create a new value, and then this will prevail to other group companies under Z Holdings. That is our goal, and we would like to spend time to think about it. And other than user data, it may be connected to key of the master data, and data format may be the same, but the meaning might be different. So when you want to process it in data science, acquisition timing may be different or expressed meaning might be different, then you cannot create a model which suits to your objective. It happens. So to avoid that, we need to data standardization or visualization in data catalog to make collaboration easier, understand constraints and usage scope by exchanging information. So as a Z Holdings group, we should be able to have a good fight as an AI tech company. So we shouldn't do try and error. We should do try and error of our ideas. And that's what needs to challenge. Thank you. I used to deal with the services, so I understand it very well. Data quality is very important, and it's a branching point whether we can utilize the data or not. Data quality is well managed, then we can use them. We certainly understood that. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the last topic. Comments to the viewers of this session. Any comments? Mr. Sano, please. Yes. Well, Oh, time goes by so quickly while I'm talking. And I also talked too much. But the common question for all is how are we going to proceed as Z Holdings company? We are still trying to find the way in the darkness. And I have some experiences in Yahoo and from other findings. Data management initiatives cannot accomplish something just overnight. Yahoo had a use case as an advertising YDN. It took 2 years until it became effective. During those days, they repeatedly did try and error, and finally they bore the fruit. So, repeating trial and error is important, and generally speaking, data utilization, AI utilization, people say it is good to do. We have the momentum for that, but can we see the result after the first station about climbing the mountain? No, it's not true. So even you do the first station, it might be difficult to get the evaluation, but you have to go through it until you reach the half point or reach to the top of the mountain. So that's the hardest part, but the interesting part as well. So I said I need to understand each company's condition. So we need to analyze a company condition very well and understand where is our first station. You cannot hit the home run from the beginning, and that's what we have to go through if you want to achieve the big goal. So you go through processes carefully and then try to expand the circle of collaborators involving more stakeholders. And then at some occasion, we will talk about the pain point or complaint. And it is good to try hard toward the future vision. That's what I think. Thank you. Thank you. Next, Ms. Sakaue. Yes, of course, data is important. But before that, I think people should understand that data is interesting. And that is important, I think. Big data is something like a shadow of our daily activities. And I think there are lots of possibilities, as Sano-san said, connecting or layering them will generate additional values. Oh, I can see these things, or this could be useful for that. So such curiosity and interest are important, and I hope people would understand that. In order to make your dream come true, there might be various obstacles, but you need to understand the current situation correctly. Of course, your positions, cultures, and roles are different, but we need these stakeholders' cooperation and respect. And those are very important. And of course, user first. With the user first spirit, I want to work with you all in order to solve social challenges. Thank you very much. Thank you. Then, Mr. Katsuyama. Well, after wonderful talks from these two speakers, now I have the honor of closing. Usually I talk a lot about our struggles and complaints to Sano-san, and I am healed by doing so. Yes, curiosity is important, and so with your spirit, throw that curiosity to data, and that's what LINE is doing every day. Well, in this world, there are digital, AI, DX, there are a lot of jargons, and say, let's accumulate the data and store and use the data. this kind of thing is advancing a lot, but a part of data management is to protect it. Offense side, you use it. Defense side, obeying rules or eliminate the risks. So these are also very important. Offense and defense, a good balance in between them. That should be common in every sport. So you just try to offend to get the points. You might get the counterattack and then end up with being defeated. So good balance should lead you to connect various activities, I hope. Yes, thank you very much for your closing comments, Katsuyama, Mr. Katsuyama. As I am involved in data management, I also want to push myself and work hard. That's what I felt. So let's conclude our panel discussion. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.